Hey guys, David with the Wholesalers Toolbox. I am back with Matt from DealMachine, and today we want to go over the list builder inside of DealMachine. Now, this is something we talked about like 6 or 8 months ago, but they have done improvements to the list builder and made it more, brought it more to the forefront of the platform. Before it was kind of hidden, but now it's more prevalent in the system. They've made some updates to it. It's a really cool feature, so I wanted to talk to you about it again. So with that said, here's Matt, and Matt, you're going to take us through the, how it looks now and talk about the pricing and functionality and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, really excited to share this. It's really kind of our list builder 2.0. We've had a major reworking of everything from how to use it to the data behind it to just the entire like you said, how it's located inside the application to make it extremely easy to find and use and be able to pull a list of leads that way too. So really excited to share my screen today on that. In addition, really in general, I mean, DealMachine, like you've shared many times, we're an app to help investors find off-market deals, right? There's 2 specific options to do that. There's driving for dollars, which is what we're most primarily known for, and there's also a list builder, which the idea behind that is, hey, from a driving for dollars perspective, we very much believe those are the leads that are the diamonds in the rough. They're the ones that are hardest to find. So you got to really put in the time and the work to find them, because you got to get in your car and drive around or hire a driver to do that. But that being said, they're going to be a great bang for your buck. Whereas list builder, it's kind of the opposite issue. It's like, hey, if you have a little bit more of marketing budget to work with, but you have less time to get out there and find those leads, here's how you can go in and highly target the right people, start to reach out to them, start to immediately pull a list of potentially highly motivated sellers, and start sending marketing to them right inside the DealMachine app. So excited to show that secondary option here today. And many of our most successful DealMachine members, they're doing a combination of driving for dollars leads and list builder leads, where they'll even pull a list and then go drive that list. So that way they can look and find out and say, hey, based on the leads I'm pulling here, through list builder, I know these are already have a certain criteria that I'm looking for. If I hire somebody to go drive that, or if I go drive that myself and identify here are the leads that are also in addition to that physically distressed properties, rundown properties, those are the highest possible. Certainly. And you can really focus in your marketing budget and focus in your time and effort on identifying, on reaching out to those sellers. So we have a lot of people using them in tandem, and we wanted to bring that to the forefront within DealMachine and make it just much easier to use and to integrate those 2 together.
Yeah, that's a great savings too when you're building a list, and if you pull a list like that, because if you go by and verify, or pay somebody to go by and verify, and then you're mailing to that list 2 or 3 or 4 times, that every house that you're mailing to is truly vacant, or truly, whatever the criteria is that you're looking for. For me, it's vacant. So I've done that plenty of times in the past. You pull a list, you go drive it, verify it. That might take, 30% off the list. So then you've got a list of, 100% verified properties, and you can start your marketing, efforts and all that. So I like it.
Yeah. And if you have our Driving for Dollars Pro plan, we actually have a guided route feature within DealMachine as well, where you can go in and hit drive this list, and it'll help you pull in GPS and say, hey, go here, and you'll be able to drive that entire list as quickly as possible. So
yeah, absolutely. Great feature.
Yeah. Awesome. So let me show this off today here for you. Let me know when you can see my desktop here, hopefully.
It is up. I can see it.
Awesome. Cool. So here's the new DealMachine interface here. I think in general, like you talked about, we want to make it just easy to access everything within DealMachine. And in the past, I mean, we definitely, here's our old interface. We have all these different tabs. That's great. It's the stuff you need to get to, but it's still, you have to kind of do a little bit of digging to find everything. Based on feedback we've gotten from you guys in the community of saying, hey, we just want to get in there and start adding leads right away. We have simplified our menu to come in and right away be able to either just pull up the map and start driving around, manage your leads list, which you see right here, manage your drivers, which that's the driving tab that you're used to as well. I'll go back to list builder selling tab, which that's the sales pages of when you mark a property under contract, we automatically generate a landing page for you to be able to easily sell that property and just send out a link to your cash buyers list and send that link out and say, hey, here's my property for sale. And also capture leads. It's a lead capture form too. So if a cash buyer enters their information right there, you'll be able to immediately get that notification and start getting in touch with them and dispo that property. And then the mail tab to customize your mailers. So we've reduced down your options there. We've put your task manager right here. We've put in a shortcut to that. We've put in a search feature within DealMachine. We've put in, your support tab right here, your own profile right here. So I just wanted to point out, like, hey, we're thinking about the overall usability of the DealMachine app in general, to simplify the menu, to give you all of your options right there, really easy to access. And then, list builder specifically, you can either click on here, or when you're in the leads tab, which you're probably going to spend a good amount of your time on this tab. If you're out on out driving around, you're using the mobile app, you're tagging properties, you're doing all that. By the time when you're doing that, those are accumulating on this leads tab right here. So that this is the place that when you're on desktop, especially, you're probably spending most of your time. But you see, you've got the leads tab right here. You can either open you have prior, your having for dollars lists, your list filtered, that you've pulled through list builder, any outside lists as well. It all pops up right here, and you'll see them open up in separate tabs right here as you select them. So that's a whole new layout for you as well. But the immediate way to be able to start to pull lists of leads with list builder is this call to action right here. So, any initial thoughts or question on the overall new layout before I dig into list builder specifically, David?
No, it's a lot cleaner. And I think, honestly, because, everybody's used to having all the tabs, open on their computer. I mean, this is clean. I mean, it's all right there. So you're not having to go to the menu and open the menu back up and all that. I like that it's, straight across here, and I can just, pick on, whatever, by driving for dollars leads, or, maybe a water shut off list that I imported or whatever. And it's all right there, and I can manage it in one screen.
Exactly. And here's kind of the old version again. I think our old list builder, you would click on that, jump in here, you can see kind of all the past lists that you've had, and then you can click build list and, jump into an area, city, or zip code. You can see the new version here. We wanted to make this really simple to just overlay, and you click on list builder, it pops up right into the app right there. So it's really easy to kind of interact with it, jump back and forth between this and your list of leads. But when you click on that, on the left side here, a new thing we've added are these quick filters. And this is something especially for the newbie that is jumping in, using it for the first time, wants to really get a feel for it. Highly recommend playing around with these, because we've added on, you can see all single family residential, you can see vacant, specifically owners of multiple properties, which that's a great way to build a cash buyers list, especially pull that list. Pre-foreclosure, foreclosure, bank owned, or absentee. The goal here is to make it really simple and easy for you to be able to come in and just click and go and filter out a list. You can also create a new filter here, and we've completely updated our filter options here, where you have deeper data, more data. You've got all the owner property data here. Scrolling down, you've got more property information. You can filter by. You can put in vacant, multiple properties, all those quick list options.
Right.
Whenever you hit one of these, you can see here you've got a lot of options of how to filter that specifically. So you can say, hey, it's sold after, or let's see, more than let's say 10 years ago. So confirm that. And then you can do an and or filter. So an or filter meaning, hey, does it equal this or this? An and filter meaning, hey, all of these have to be true in order for it to appear on my list.
That's nice.
And as you do this, you'll see in real time these green highlights show up on your map. That's everything that fits these filters. That's in real time, it's showing you, hey, here's where your criteria is fitting within, the Indianapolis area right here. And as you start to play around with these and get more and more specific, you can see these, these will continue to update in real time for you. And when you get to a spot where you're like, okay, I want to start to draw around an area, hit start drawing, start clicking around here, circling an area. You can get really specific, draw really funky shapes here. and then when you click on that, you'll see in real time, okay, I've got 451 leads in my drawn area that fit this criteria.
Nice.
You can, zoom in, double click to be able to really mess around with these and drag the particular area and see, okay, it's going to update here. Let me zoom out here so I can show you specifically, I'm going to be able to drag this around a little bit and see in real time, okay, let's load this up, 557 leads. And you can really, it's fun to use actually to be able to come in here, play that game of dragging the drawing around, adjusting the size of the drawing, seeing in real time exactly how many leads that you're getting, and then just click build that list, and right away it's going to pull in and start aggregating that list for you.
So let's talk real quick. I want to mention this while we're on that map where you can do the boundaries on there and build that. For people that are new into wholesaling, and I want to point out why you wanted to do that. So if you were going out and talking to cash buyers and they tell you a geographical area that they buy in, or you want to target a certain area, that's when you would use that. Say you pull up a list of owners of multiple properties and you see, they're more in a geographic area, and you're going out and you're trying to find properties to promote to those people, you want to search in the same area. So it might not necessarily be by, city boundaries or zip code boundaries, but it might be just a geographical area. This map is great because you can just build a line around that area and pull it up in that fashion. So I just want to point out why that was a cool feature.
For sure. And you can get really, really specific, highlighting, very, very specific blocks, and mess with the list builder. Oh, here, let me go. Mess with the shape around that and get really, really, minute in terms of details. Or, go in and just say, hey, show me all the single family homes in this, this specific area, and pull a huge list there. So, one thing I will mention is when you start to highlight properties, or when you start to mess around here, you'll see dots pop up, and those dots are actually properties that you already have tagged in DealMachine. So it looks like I don't have any in this particular area right now, but you would see in real time dots pop up to really understand, hey, oh, here you go. Perfect. So we just got a little internet issue on my end. These dots popping up are all properties that I have already personally added to DealMachine. And, that way you'll know, like, hey, these are areas I've already covered, maybe I should, go for a different spot. And it'll already, you'll see in a future video here that we'll record, kind of our list stacking feature that's brand new. You'll be able to pull up, and it automatically integrates all of, DealMachine now automatically integrates every single list, and every single time you have this property on multiple lists within the app, it automatically pulls that all together. So that way now we're a data hub, and you can easily see, hey, I've got this property and it's come up on, Driving for Dollars, done it before. I pulled, 3 different lists that it's on. I, had it on another spreadsheet that I imported into DealMachine. I got it from Carrot. Whatever it might be. It's an easy way to aggregate all that and kind of show you all of the different lists that particular property is on. So,
all right, let's not dig into that too deep, but right now I'm going to point up here like this. I'm going to put a link to that video.
Perfect.
And they can click on it and go to that. So if you want to see the list stacker feature, we'll do another video on that.
Yeah, excited to show that off. And I think, this list builder, again, our goal with this is to be able to make it very easy for you to use very powerful data, create a very specific filter or a quick hit list on your area, pull a list from that and start marketing to it right within the app. If you can see here, let's see if this is done yet. Still building that list right now, but as you can see, like, hey, if I've pulled this particular list in the past, you can go in here and bulk select all, start mail to them, drive this list, go in here and do quite a few things where this is kind of your home base to manage your list of leads and start to reach out to property owners.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks, very clean, and I like this so much better with the tabs, and I can search and do everything right from one page instead of scrolling down here, and you've made it a lot cleaner. I liked it before, but now that you have a new one, the old one looks like you built it in the 70s. No.
It's always like that too for us. It's like, man,
right.
Looking back at old versions is really funny, but I guess that means we're trying to keep innovating, keep pushing the envelope and making it more valuable.
And again, this is a sneak peek at this. So this is going, some people are trying this out now, and this is going to roll out in the next, couple months. We'll see it going system wide, so everybody will have access to the new, list builder page.
Yeah, and probably even earlier than that. We're rolling it out pretty pretty quickly. We've got a lot of initial testing that's gone really well. A lot of we just take feedback from that, make sure that every single little bug that we can find we squash, and make sure it's ready to go for everybody. So excited to do that. I know in terms of pricing, I mean, we've got, again, our driving for dollars plan and our list builder plan. Many people are using them in tandem to be able to drive and find those properties and then also pull lists and put them together. But on the list builder side, you've got $59 a month if you're doing month to month. If you're doing annual, it's a $49 a month charge for starter, and that's up to 4,000 leads a month. 10K leads a month for $89, and then unlimited leads for our lead plan. So and any questions you have for me around how to use this best practices, any questions around our pricing, feel free to use me as a resource. I'm just matt@dealmachine.com. Reach out. I'm happy to train you up on all this stuff and point you in the right direction on our team. And then obviously, if you're going to be doing this, we worked with David to really set up a special deal for you guys too. So will you link to your promo deal as well?
Yep, we're going to link to the promo code. We're going to use promo code Toolbox. And if you use that promo code Toolbox, you will get my DealMachine bonus, where I give you my driving for dollars guide, all the contracts and forms and everything that you would possibly need to get into wholesaling. Not just driving for dollars, but it's, it'll cover you for the whole thing. Hop back over there to the pricing real quick. If you can, Matt. One thing I wanted to point out really quick, and this is what I love about DealMachine and the list builder. You've got 4,000 leads a month for the starter plan, or 10,000 a month, or going up to the lead package. But these are smart lists. So when you pull a list in the starter package, say you go in there and you pull a certain city or zip code, and you pull up 1,000 vacant houses on a weekly basis. These will update, so you don't have to go back in and pull a new list for that area. It constantly updates, so you can do one city in 1 month in January, and then in February you can go to another city and pull another list. So, and those lists will constantly update for you. So every time you go into DealMachine, you don't have to pull a new list for the same city. It's constantly whether it's called a smart list, but it constantly updates for you. And I think that's probably one of my favorite features of List Builder.
For sure. I mean, I think, the goal there, like you said, is to be able to make it so that way you're not having to go in and re-update all the time. So if there's a property that fits your criteria that didn't originally, but it does now, based on our data set, it'll automatically add that property. You can have an option to be able to send marketing to it right away as well. So it'll automatically send a mailer for you as well. You can turn that off or on, and then it'll also remove that property. So if it doesn't fit your criteria anymore on that Monday, it'll remove it from the list and shut off your mailers. So that way you're saving and optimizing your marketing budget accordingly as well.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. So that makes, because there's a lot of other systems out there, and there's a lot of places you can go pull lists, but they're of course a lot more than $59, and they're not constantly updating the data for you. So that's great.
Yeah, and again, always appreciate you having me on. I think for sure use promo code Toolbox, so that way you're getting all of those extra, the contracts, all the materials that you need to be successful beyond just being, the tool that we are. Like, we're a tool to enable your success, but everything else that you give out, David, on Wholesalers Toolbox is what's going to set you up for success before and after finding that deal. So definitely use that promo code, and then also you get over 100 free skip traces and over 25 free mailers, with that promo code through marketing credits automatically added to your account whenever you sign up. So make sure to use that if you're in. It's a 7-day free trial, so make sure to use that promo code Toolbox through the website. I'm going to get you a lot better deal than if you just went through the site without it.
Awesome. There's a lot more to DealMachine. So as Matt just said, I encourage you to sign up for the free trial, use my promo code, and you still get the free bonus. But just play with it for a week and go out and put some properties in and skip trace them and do all those things and use the free credits and really get a feel for DealMachine, because you'll find that it'll greatly enhance your wholesaling efforts. And the link to DealMachine, Matt's email, everything you need, I'm going to put down in the description of the video. So, just go down the description, click it, and you'll have all the links right there.
Perfect. Right. Well, and also please get in touch with me when you land your first deal. We'd love to feature you on our YouTube channel too, because we have about 130 videos at this point of people talking about the deals that they've landed using DealMachine. So we're always, we have plenty of members out there that we want to feature, and hope you're the next one. So
awesome. Yeah, that's cool.
Thanks.
All right, that's it for this video. And again, check out our other video on the list stacking feature that will be also linked in the description. That's it.
Perfect. Thanks.
All right. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you.